Do it right here. Well, we'll do it on that balcony right next to here. I just want to go over the add-ons that I have, just so you guys have an idea of pretty much what I use on a daily basis. And this is on my DK. For whatever reason, I like to customize each of my characters differently. So this is my Death Knight. He's 109 right now. I have a Warrior and Paladin that are both 110, but let's go over the add-ons that I'm currently using for my character. First off, advanced interface options. As you know, in Legion, they actually got rid of a few of the interface options, and they just make it more simple. So with that add-on, I can actually get back a lot of the old interface options that were available to us before. I have a lot of add-ons that are unchecked that I use for other characters, but BugGrabber and Bug Sacks is literally just so Lua errors won't pop up, and if you use a lot of add-ons, then you're gonna have some Lua arrows popping up here and there. So this puts them all in this little sack right here, and if I click it, this will show 106 errors that have been caught. And so yeah, these are all just little bugs for different add-ons that we use. Besides that, DraenorTreasures is a good one. Obviously, that is going to tell you where certain caches are of order resources and things like that. And DraenorTreasures obviously was created for Warlords of Draenors, but works for Legion. Garrison Mission Manager. Garrison Mission Manager is pretty darn useful because it just makes doing your garrison, your class order hall missions very easy. So if I click on it right there, it'll tell me exactly the percentage and how much bonus XP I'm going to get, the time, etc. So you don't have to like do your own work. It will give you a percentage, and if I click on it, for example, it gives me different configurations that I can do, and it tells me who it's going to send and the percentage and the experience bonus that I'm going to get. So it's very useful. I definitely suggest getting it. So that was Garrison Mission Manager. I'm using my user interface. It's called Guild Wars 2 UI. I really enjoyed how Guild Wars 2 has their UI. I think it makes it very story driven for whatever reason, and it looks really cool. So you have your health pool right here. Obviously in Guild Wars 2 their UI is much bigger, but I made it, and you can make it bigger actually if you go to where is it? Right here, yeah, the HUD scale, you can actually make it the normal size and make it that big. But I like seeing a lot of my screen, so I ended up making it tiny. The minimap, same thing, you can make it really large right there, but I mean, there's no point for that, so I just make it normal size. But yeah, I like how it hides my other moves that I don't really use all that often. And it just shows your main bar right here. You got your resources right here, that's my runic power, and then obviously you have all the runes right there, my health, and then if I click on a person, I have my target right there. I like to have my target right in front of me, just so I don't have to look all the way up where it's defaulted here. I'm not a fan of that. I like having everything right here. And I can also, if I go down to one of these raid bosses, let me go down here. I like the fact that it'll show all my buffs right there. Good God, this dude's effing me up. And it'll show the debuffs that are on him. So let me just get out of here so I don't die. But yeah, that's a raid boss, by the way, for 112 for tanking. So that's why I'm getting dicked on. But yeah, so I put a debuff on him right there, and it shows it literally right there, which I really enjoy. So yeah, that's that. Let me see if there's any. That's normal tank. Yeah, so normal tank dummy. Okay, I should be able to survive on this dude. Hopefully it doesn't just one-shot me. Yeah. So there you go. So as you can see right there, let me just put some more. There you go. Some more death strikes on him. As you can see, I put my debuffs are right there, so I can see him and I can see his health, which I really enjoy. Okay, let me get out of there. So Guild Wars 2, I really enjoy it. It's pretty darn sick. Okay, I don't want to be in combat anymore. Besides that, we have Handy Notes, which is for Legion and Legion treasures, and it says what it does right there. It shows location of treasures and rares in Legion, and where are the hidden treasures in Legions. Alright, so that makes sense. Um, handy notes. I think I just went over that. Yeah, I did. MaxCam. So MaxCam is very good because for whatever reason in Legion they decided to limit the camera pullback to 29, which is like right around here or so. Actually, I'll show you where it is. They maxed it out about here. Okay, so that's as far as you can go back normally. That's as far as you can go back. And they made it to be more cinematic, I guess. So you play like a little bit closer. You can kind of see everybody that's right next to you. Again, I'm playing as far back as I can with the default camera. So MaxCam, it actually got nerfed, but in the beginning, MaxCam was able to zoom all the way out to the clouds. But obviously that got nerfed, that got broken. It wasn't able to keep doing that. So now you can just add about 10 distance to your max camera, which is still useful. I'd much rather play like this than like this. Like this to me is not, you know, especially playing as a tank, you have to be able to see your surroundings. You have to be able to see ads that are coming around. You have to be able to see raid damage, raid AoEs, and move your raid away from it because you're the conductor of the train, right? You're the conductor of the dance. And so you have to be able to lead everybody, and they're going to follow, just like Gilmore Girls' song goes, if you lead, I will follow. And so, yeah, you definitely want to have all kinds of situational awareness to see where the next bad thing is going to come from, and even having just 10 extra meters in your max cam, excuse me, helps out a ton. Okay, so that's that, max cam. Next is Skada. I like using Skada. That's the DPS meter, but obviously you can use it for a whole bunch of other stuff. You can change it to pretty much whatever you want to be able to see. Buff uptimers, CC breakers, DPS, damage taken, deaths. I mean, literally all of this stuff is something you can track. How much runic power is gained, over healing, you know, who's doing too much healing, who's not being efficient with their healing, who's healing the most, etc., etc. And you can also do it for current fight, or just straight up pick your last few fights that you had, or just do total overall. Obviously, I have it set to current fight. So yeah, the reason why I use Skada over Recount is because Skada just uses a lot less resources, and it's pretty similar. I mean, there's not much difference between the two. Skada just is less, you know, less of a hog for resources. So that's why I use Skada personally. After Skada, I use TellMeWhen. So TellMeWhen, if you notice, first off, you can use TellMeWhen for a lot of different things. Okay, you can do TellMeWhen is a really good add-on. If it doesn't freeze my damn, so there it is right there. TellMeWhen, you can add buffs that occur to pop up in a little symbol like this. You can put debuffs. You can put just reminders that you don't have a particular, you know, for example, back in the day on my Death Knight, Horn of Winter, I would always forget to cast Horn of Winter. And so I would have a TellMeWhen alert that whenever I didn't have Horn of Winter activated, it would show up here. So it would remind me to click Horn of Winter, and then it would go away. You can also do it for something like this, like Elixir, Crystal of Insanity, which I have. I can click it. It gives me 57 stats for an hour, and if I wanted to, I can set it here to show up when I don't have it on, which would be smart. I have it set for Bone Shield. I want to be able to see when I have Bone Shield on, and how many stacks I have, and how much time it has left. So as you can see, I have it set. It shows me the stacks, and it shows me the time that I have left, and I have it put right there. This is really the only one that I care about. I mean, I can also do it for Unholy Strength, but do I really care? I'm not a DPS, so I'm going to keep my rotation going on anyway, the same way I would since I'm a tank. But I could if I want. I do really want to see in big letters right up front, you know, how many stacks of Bone Shield I have and how long I have left to recast it. So to me, that's very important. And yeah, that's that. So, and like I said, again, if you're a DPS, you're probably going to want to track Unholy Strength or some other talent that is beneficial to you doing burst damage. So, excuse me for 1 second. Oh yeah, the benefits of being sick. Lovely. Just lovely. Okay, so besides TellMeWhen, let me see if I have anything else besides TradeSkillMaster. Obviously, Deadly Boss mods. This is pretty self-explanatory. I have it set for a party Legion. Deadly Boss mods, in case you don't know, is a add-on that tells you when certain events are going to happen in a dungeon. Boss fights and things like that. So if a boss has a particular move where you cannot stand next to him, or else you're going to take a massive amount of damage, you're going to get an alert telling you that. Things like that. So it makes boss fights a lot easier because you don't have to constantly be paying attention. I mean, you're still going to want to pay attention, especially the more intricate and complicated boss fights get. You're going to want to know. But this is going to tell you right on the nose when to take off. The last add-on that I have, which is probably the best add-on that's ever come out. And I don't even use it I only use probably 10% of its capabilities. Probably 1% of its capabilities. But you can make so much money from TradeSkillMaster. It's the best add-on that's ever come out. TradeSkillMaster, first off, you're going to want to go on the website and download the desktop app. The desktop app, desktop program, you're able to input your realm that you are, your main realm, and it's going to scan the auction house constantly to see what prices are in the auction house. And then you're going to want to download the app for the application for your game. And the game app works in tandem with the desktop app, and it does just a ton of things. I use it for, like I said, I don't use it in all of its capabilities, and I'm actually going to head to Dalaran right now and show you what I use it for, because, and I'm going to say it again, I don't use it in all of its capability. I use it the lazy way. I'm very lazy in terms of, doing auction housing stuff. I'm not one of those guys who logs into the game, is just playing the market all day long, making millions of gold and all that stuff. I made 100K on my other character just in this expansion, and I'm happy with that. Just being lazy. Being lazy, I made 100K in gold in a month span. Now people could look at that and be like, "Wow, that's nothing. That sucks. You only made 100." Again, I'm literally just playing. Oh, I'm flying, baby. Woohoo! That's that new. That's that new crip walking. Look at this. That's not even Wraith walking. That's crip walking. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. Just floating. Float. Oh. So sick. Okay, let me get down here. There we go. Cool. So this is what TradeSkillMaster is. I talked to this dude. Actually, before I do that, let me actually turn on the. Do I have it on? The desktop app. I don't even know if I had it on or not. Okay, I didn't. So right now, it's backing up add-on settings, and it's going to scan the auction house. Boom. It's updating. And it's up to date. Okay, so now, just reload the UI. And check this out. You guys are going to like this. I'm telling all my buddies to get TradeSkillMaster because, again, I'm super lazy, and so I don't want to have to work on the auction house. It's like, come on, this is stupid. So I click on it. I go to auctioning. I got stuff in my bags, right? I got stuff in my bags right here. Quick post from bags. It is running a scan right now of all the items in my bag that are sellable, and it's cross-referencing it with items that are already on the auction house. It's finding the last about 8 days worth of auctions, and if there's not that item on the auction house, it will look at those 8 days and put it at a fair price. If there are items on the auction house that are available, it's going to undercut the competition. Now, if it is too low, for example, if it's 50% lower than what the normal 8-day medium has been, it's not going to list it because it knows you're going to be throwing away money at that point. You're going to be putting an item on the auction house that could sell much better maybe in an hour from now, a day from now. So it just doesn't. So again, this is just normal items that I have in my bag. It's still doing it. It did, a bunch of items. So I got Unbroken Claw for 58 silver. These are for skinning. Okay. I could post it if I want. I probably will. Let's see. Yeah, I'll post all of them. Random greens that would typically vendor for, I don't know, 12, 13 gold are selling for 194 gold on the auction house. Okay, I'll post that. Goblin glider kit. Now this is mine. I don't want to sell this, so I'll skip it. Fatty bear steak. Again, just another crafting regent. Selling for 1 gold. I'll sell all 3. Unbroken tooth. Again, this is for skinning skill. Selling for 1 gold a piece. I'll sell 5. And I'll skip the rest. Technique. Codex of the Tranquil Minds. Teaches you the tranquil. I'll skip that. Another green that sell for 12 gold normally. They're selling for 60 gold. I'll post that. So on and so forth. Chalderai silk. I'll sell 3 of those. Frostweave cloth. I'll sell 2. Lean shank. I'll sell all 6. Get rid of them. Laystone ore. Selling for 15 gold a pop. I'll sell 5 of them. And again, these boots that would typically sell for 19 gold and 55 cents, agility boots, are selling for 234 gold. I'm going to post it. So I've just put up 605 gold worth of stuff onto the auction house. Now, if it all sells, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'll just list it again. That's not a problem. And that's with like garbage items. On my warrior, I was selling some items that were worth thousands of gold. So for example, if I go into my auction house, let's see what I got. This is also what's good. These are items that expired on the auction house. I just press expired and it loots it all for me. This is very similar to Auctionator, which I dabbled with back in the day, but I never really took it seriously. And again, that was an app that you had to set up pretty extensively. This, I'm probably not even using it to nowhere near its capabilities. But what I like about it is that you don't have to, and you could still make a decent amount of money because you're just selling stuff that you normally vendor for more money. And the majority of the time it sells. So for example, if we see right there, I got a dragon wand. We'll get to that. So these boots, they vendor for 19 gold. They're going on the auction house for 303 gold. Okay, I'll sell those. These pants, 6 gold. They're going for $1.30. We'll skip the silk. We'll skip the goblin kit. This headpiece, 4 gold. It's going for $1.37. Leggards going for 27. They're actually selling for $3.39. So on and so forth. This freaking wand. What does it even look like? Oh, look, it looks pretty dope actually. That's a sick looking wand. It's eye level 174. I don't even know where you get this from. Gwyneth's Runed Dragon Wand. Let us look up and see where you can get Gwyneth's Runed Dragon Wand. What is it? Gwyneth's... Dragon Hand. I'm sorry. Is that yeah? Dragon Wand. It's looted from Magma Rager. Where is it looted from? Magma Rager. So Ulduar, the Oculus, Obsidian Sanctum, Ice Crown, Extramus. So it's just a rare drop off of Wrath of Lich King stuff. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's selling for 1,100 gold because it looks dope. These hands sell for 13 gold, going for 292, etc., etc. So yeah, you know, this axe selling for 11 gold, it's going for 412, so on and so forth, man. So this is a great app. It's a great add-on, and like I said, sometimes stuff doesn't sell, which is fine. You just relist it. It's so easy. It's so easy. So now I have total value of my auctions 4,400. So imagine if all that sells. I'll have 4,400 gold from just doing questing. I didn't do anything, you know, I didn't do anything special. I mean, I ran Lich King just because I wanted to try to get them out. But yeah, it's unbelievable. it's unbelievable how easy it is, you know, to be able to just I should probably learn this. It's so easy just to make some extra money on the side, which is really all I'm doing. You know,